Okay, so here we are back with the second of the WordPress setup tutorials, and back in the the cPanel for the bassfishingnotebook.com account at Chris Farrell Hosting. And first up, we're going to have to go down here is add the add-on domain for the the domain that I just purchased at Namecheap. So we're going to click on the add-on domain button. And we're going to, it opens up that menu within cPanel. And so the new domain name is Wordpress tutorialpdf.com. And I guess it likes that, so let me just double check that. WordPress tutorialpdf.com, okay. And if I just click to the right, it automatically infills the next few parts that it needs. It's going to go in and actually create some of the files and something called the SQL database that it's going to need in order to to get ready to create that when we actually do the WordPress installation. The one thing I will need here is a password. So I'm going to go in and type a password. I don't think it's going to show you what it is, which is a good thing. Your password should be somewhat unique, and you always want it to be strong. And you hypothetically never want it to be directly related to anything. I have a 9-letter password here in both cases, and they match, so that's a good thing. Tells me it's fairly strong. I could probably make it a little stronger, but we won't do that. At this point, I'm ready to hit this button and add the domain. And so when I do that, it'll go off and create the add-on domain, start to prep the whole process so we can go in and actually go to the next function within the cPanel we're going to use, which is that Fantastico Deluxe thing I told you about a moment ago. Now this may take a couple of moments. Hopefully everything's been pointed. My web system has been real slow tonight, so I'm not sure what's going on, but hopefully this will come up here and tell us it's done in a minute. Well, I'm going to halt the video here for a minute because there's no sense just looking at something spinning around, and when it gets done, I'll be back. Okay, that took a little long. Sometimes that happens real quickly, sometimes it takes a little longer, but once that add-on domain name has been added, it'll come back with this window telling you that WordPress tutorialpdf.com has been created, and we should be ready to go. So we can just hit the go back button, and that will take us back first to add another domain, but we don't need that. We can just scroll down here and make sure that everything looks like it's in place. And yes, indeed, it is in place. Okay, and we have the add-on domain added, and it's actually gone and created the initial files we need, something called public_HTML, which is where a lot of the files that will get stored when we actually go in and create or set up the WordPress installation using Fantastico. So everything's set and ready to go. So we can scroll back up, go back out to home or out to the main cPanel window. And at this point, we would be ready to go in and do the next phase, which will be create Fantastico. Okay, so to do that, we will scroll down, find Fantastico Deluxe again, click on it, and it'll open up the menu for Fantastico Deluxe. And when Fantastico Deluxe opens up, I can basically tell you that I have my root system installed right now, which is still sitting in an older version of WordPress. WordPress is now up to version 3.0.1. To go into WordPress directly to do the install, we're going to click on this button. But again, we're approaching the 5-minute mark, just over, well, 4.5 minutes now. So I'm going to stop this video here. Then we'll come back into the next video and actually go through the installation of WordPress using Fantastico.